Hey, what's going on YouTube? Typical Toy Reviews back with another Super Mario Garden statue. The last video we talked about Goomba, and I said I was going to do a follow-up with this Fire Flower statue. I mentioned there is a Piranha Plant, but I could not find that, and I will not be buying it again because the quality control on these statues isn't great. Now with that out of the way, the first thing I want to mention is this statue doesn't look like it, but it's about 4 feet away from me right now, because it is pretty tall. I think it's about a foot tall. So my camera had to be very far back to pick it up. And because of that, the box does not fit into frame well. But it's essentially the same thing as the Goomba box. It's got Super Mario. Again, this is a licensed Nintendo product. Super Mario Fire Flower statue on this side, just a green on the bottom, Fire Flower statue on the other side. A very blank back with the Super Mario Fire Flower logo there. Thinkgeek over here. I believe this is a Thinkgeek EB Games exclusive. I don't know if GameStop is going to get them. And the bottom is just plain green, nothing on it at all. Inside is just two pieces of styrofoam. I believe it holds it like this. And then you take it out and pull the statue out, where the Goomba was like this. It had a piece on the bottom, piece on the top, and that was it as far as packaging goes. Retail on this guy was $25, but ThinkGeek was having a sale, so it was $20. If you want to learn more about that pricing, I spoke about it in the Goomba video, which I'll leave in the annotations at the end. Now, again, something else that I complained about in the Goomba video was the lack of quality control on these guys. The paint is a monstrosity. Luckily, the face isn't too bad. I'll get to that in a second. But the brown block, it's missing strokes. It's very probably not gonna be able to pick it up on camera, but there's areas here where it's very light. The side, around the edge, there's some scuffs around the back here. Hopefully you can see on the leaves here, just indents on it. Looks like the leaf almost broke off on this side, and it was like plastered back together. The paint is very thick, very runny there. And then the bottom doesn't really matter. It's got this tracking number on it for some reason. The stem's pretty good. The back of the flower itself, we're going to have to go shaky cam for a second here, guys, to fill you in here. The back of the flower, it looks a lot better on camera, I'll tell you that too. Missing some paint there. The face is almost perfect, but the eye here, let me see. It's not too bad. There was a lot of residue from the stuff it was in, but the white, not a very heavy coat. Looks like they did 2 coats maybe. And then the yellow down there, you can see where you have sprayed on lines. So it looks like they sprayed the whole thing yellow because there is some yellow paint that you can see through. This will focus. It's focusing on dark brown in the background. You can see those strokes on the orange. That's the yellow paint, and then they painted the orange over it and the white over the center. And when you paint white over something, it's very hard to get it to show up unless you do multiple coats. The eyes, they did this nice like glazed effect to put the eyeballs there. That turned out alright. I'm going to try to bring you closer on the paint down here. You can just see over here, in this corner here, it's very, very sloppy, where the brown meets the flower. But again, this is a $25 garden statue. If you had this in your garden, down on the floor, you know, from 20 feet away, it'd probably look pretty cool. But for my intent, I was going to put it on my shelf. It's not too bad, but I'd say kind of stay away from these unless you do plan on using it as a garden statue. I know the Piranha Plant one looks very cool, but again, I haven't seen where to get it in the US. If you want to take a chance on that one for $25, the paint's probably going to be pretty shoddy. I did mention in the Goomba video that maybe mine was just a lemon, but when the Piranha Plant, or I'm sorry, the Fire Flower and the Goomba come bad, that probably means they're all going to be bad. So, you know, buy these, buyer beware, caveat emptor. But I mean, they're cool statues for what they are. Like I said, this one's about 12 inches as far as the box advertised. If you wanted to repaint it, I think it would make a great statue if you did like a little custom and turned just the standard brown block into like an item block. The question mark blocks from the Super Mario Bros. And stuff like that. I think that would be very cool as well. But as they sit for the price point, probably not a great investment. But let me know if you've seen these. They just came out at the end of February. If you guys picked one up recently or plan on picking them up, like the video, comment that down below and subscribe for more content in the future. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.